is Eli Sharabi. I am not a diplomat. I am a survivor. Bring them all home. Now.
Released in a hostage exchange just 6 weeks ago, Eli Sharabi was a shell of himself, held for 491 days, sharing that he was chained, starved, beaten, and humiliated by his captors.
Held captive in the darkness, isolated from the world by Hamas terrorists. They took pleasure in our suffering. I survived on scraps of food, with no medical attention and no mercy. When I was released, I weighed just 44 kilos. I had lost over 30 kilos, nearly half my body weight. For 491 days, I held on to hope. I imagined the life we would rebuild. I dreamed of seeing my family again. Only when I returned home, I learned the truth. My wife and my daughters had been slaughtered by Hamas terrorists on October 7. I'm here today, less than 6 weeks ago after my release, to speak for those still trapped in that nightmare. For my brother Yossi, murdered in Hamas captivity, his body still held hostage.
Sharabi shared his story in great detail here, a moment difficult to listen to, let alone live through.
52 days, I was held in an apartment. I was tied up with ropes. My arms and legs were tied so tightly, the ropes tore into my flesh. I was given almost no food, no water, and I couldn't sleep. The pain was unbearable. Sometimes I would just faint from the pain, only to wake up to that pain again and again. Then, on November 27, 2023, Hamas took me into a tunnel, 50 meters underground. Again, the chains were so tight, they ripped my skin. They never took them off, not for a single moment. Those chains tore at me until the day I was released. Every step I took was no more than 10 centimeters. Every walk to the bathroom took an eternity. I cannot begin to describe the agony. It was hell.
Group of survivors who visited both US President Donald Trump and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer earlier this month to press for the release of those still held, including his brother's corpse.
Not leave him behind. I will not leave anyone behind. Their time has almost run out.
Suffering that has defined this conflict on both sides, as Palestinians in Gaza again suffer the indignity of war after Israel's unilateral decision to walk away from the original ceasefire agreement with the backing of the United States that helped broker it. The UN Secretariat and a number of council members lamenting the deal's collapse.
The return to hostilities threatens all civilians in Gaza. I echo the Secretary General's call for the resumption of serious negotiations, for the ceasefire to be respected, for unimpeded humanitarian assistance to be re-established, and for the remaining hostages to be released immediately and unconditionally. With every passing day, we move further away from the objective of returning the remaining hostages safely to their homes.
Whether this resumption of war is good for the hostages. Is it good for the Palestinians? Certainly not. The ongoing attacks, blockade, mass displacement, and relentless bombardment have created an unprecedented humanitarian catastrophe. The Palestinians are being killed indiscriminately and with impunity. This is not the way to secure the release of the hostages.
And then this moment.
To acknowledge the testimony of Eli Sharabi and present our condolences for his loss. Maybe no one around this table can fully grasp what such a loss means: the killing of loved ones, prolonged captivity, fear and trauma. But Palestinians, us, can. We understand this pain because we live it.
Sherman Riceby's SABC News, New York.